Go. Powered by Riverside.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Ant from the Ant and CJ Show. I am joined by the lovely and very hairy, shall I say, CJ?
Oh, you don't even know the half.
Oh no! We need that sponsorship from Manscaped. You already know.
Yes, we do. Manscaped. Shout out to them. Hit us up.
Shout out to Manscaped. CJ, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I feel like I'm getting old. That's it. Birthday's in a week.
You are getting old. I can definitely confirm that for you.
I am getting old. It was good, my boy.
I kind of had like a little epiphany. There's this couple. Their names are the Real Sienna and the Real Taekwon. Shout out to them. But as I was kind of going through their pages and looking at the content, they post a lot of similar content. But I noticed something that really didn't sit right in my spirit.
Talk to me.
Right? So I went to his TikTok page.
Okay.
And because I follow them, both separately, because, they're both really funny. I went to his TikTok page and he has some followers. He has like 339,000 followers,
Okay.
3 million likes. Like, bro, he does some numbers. But here's the gift of being a pretty woman, right? He's at 339,000 followers, but compared to his 339,000 followers, she has 5.3 million followers. Compared to his 3.1 million likes, she has 142 million likes.
Now, how many uploads do they have each? Is it the same exact amount of uploads, or are we talking about?
I don't know if it's the same amount of uploads, but it's very similar content.
Okay.
But come on, we know who watching her page. We know who watching her page.
Of course.
It's dudes.
I mean, but it's something that normally happens all the time.
It made me think that we need to go and get us a pretty girl, put some Ant and CJ stickers on nipples, and let her do a little advertisement for us. Ladies, we are recruiting.
Anybody with a huge following on OnlyFans willing to put our QR code in their video somewhere? Just stick it on a butt cheek somewhere.
Anybody with huge areolas that we can cover with an Ant and CJ sticker?
We got all sizes. We got 1 inch, 1x1. We got 2x2, 3x3. We can make 4x4, depending on the size.
Show us your nipples and we'll find the sticker for you. So well, we can definitely make something work.
Moving on. Your boy Kendrick hasn't responded, bro. What are we waiting for? I mean, he's my boy too, so I'm not going to say your boy because he's my boy too.
First of all, Kendrick don't have to rush to respond to Drake. This is the thing. Kendrick don't have to rush to respond to no nigga that called himself a lesbian.
I mean, but Drake is just running rampant in these streets right now. He's just doing too much talking. He's on his 50 Cent shit, but doing it a little more pettier.
No, but see, that's because Drake is suffering from the same thing J. Cole was suffering from. Drake can't sleep at night because he don't know when Kendrick is going to drop. So he trying to bait Kendrick. He trying to pull Kendrick out and come on, hurry up and drop, hurry up and drop, hurry up and drop. Let's not forget, it took Drake 3 weeks to drop. It's only been, 4 days since the Drake diss?
I mean, I'm just waiting for it to drop so he could end Drake's career at this moment. Like, just release it.
I think we got a good back and forth coming to us, but I want it to last.
I don't think it's going to be back and forth that much, man. I think Kendrick's going to destroy him in his first couple bars.
But then Drake back because Drake is prideful. He's a man, and he's done all of this talking. He can't just let Kendrick diss him and then say nothing. This is going to go back and forth for a while. This is going to go back and forth for a little while, and I hope that it does because we are in a very interesting spot in hip-hop right now. These are our last huge 3 superstars that we have in the game. And if you look at all the young guys that's coming up, all the young people that are coming up, either they don't really fuck with real hip hop like that, like Lil Yachty, like Lil Uzi. I mean, they get numbers, but they do rock shit. They do like Yachty's last album was like funk um a funk type of album. Like he had like a lot of psychedelic sounds and stuff like that on the album.
I mean, it's Yachty. He's a fucking Riri. He's weird.
He has real like musical talent. Him and Uzi, like their musical talent is very, very slept on because it's not traditional hip hop, but they blend a lot of really great sounds and make really good like concert Coachella music.
Yeah, because they're appealing to the white market.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's like Travis Scott. Travis Scott appeals to the white market. Let's be honest. Travis Scott does not appeal to the black market, nor does he appeal to the Spanish market. I mean, he tried to appeal to the Spanish market this time because on his last album, he put Bad Bunny on the song.
But that's where hip hop is now, because now that hip hop is one of the more popular genres in the world and isn't the redheaded stepchild anymore. Now white people are interested. They see that there's money in hip hop, and now they want to come in, drain it all of the culture, and then turn everybody into, you know, robot versions of rappers.
I mean, it's the era of TikTok. For as long as TikTok is going to be around, you know, these people are going to make music that they're looking to have as a sound on TikTok. Yo, shout out to the marching band outside of Magic City. They were awesome shit. Reminded me of Drumline, bro.
I didn't like that shit.
It's a petty
I didn't
move.
like that.
How you don't like it? You're a fucking Scorpio. This is some shit that you would fucking do too. So I don't know why you're saying you don't like it.
From a petty standpoint of just, I'm trying to fuck with you because I don't fuck with you, then yeah, that's cool. I'm going to send a marching band to the club that you hanging out at, and I'm going to have them stand outside playing the drums. I'm going to get a mariachi band to perform, you hoe-ass nigga Metro. Shut the fuck up and play some drums, and hire some Mexican niggas to slow dance to it at a quinceañera. Drake is going wild with the petty shit, but you
know what it is? I don't know what it is with you fucking Scorpios, man. Y'all want to be petty about shit. Like, I look at things like, I don't get even, I win. Or I'll push for it, winning. Like, yeah, motherfuckers are just playing the long game and keeping this petty shit going as much as possible to see what it creates.
Because the thing is,
and what it causes.
The Scorpio shit is, we don't trust people. Like, we don't trust people. We don't really fuck with nobody. So once we actually fuck with you and like we really like kind of let you into the inner circle, if you do something that I deem is like damaging to you being in that inner circle, not only do I have to like push you out of that inner circle, but now I gotta violate you. I have to make you feel about yourself how I feel about you right now.
Okay.
And so I understand why Drake is playing the tactics that he's doing it, but the reason I don't like it is just because Drake is trying to distract us from the rapping. I feel like he's scared to really just go bar for bar with Kendrick and rap with Kendrick. So he's trying to do all the social media games and all the, you know, let's laugh at Metro, let's make this a joke. I'm going to turn him into a meme. Like,
I don't think so. You know why? Because I think he's playing the game of he's creating all this stir, and then the moment K Dot drops something, he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna take it to social media and be like, "This is what we waited for. This is what he said. Like, really, you saying this shit about me? Oh, please, like this, and that, whatever." Like, he's playing that game. Like, he's getting social media on his side. But if you look at
he's playing social media games, and that's not our era of rap beef. Drake older than us, bro. He shouldn't be playing.
And fucking Rose is pushing 50 and he's calling him BBL Drizzy all over the internet and posting all this extra shit too.
That's because
he started with the social media shit. Rose started before Drizzy.
Not at all.
Yes, he did.
Ross is trying to play down to Drake's level because Ross understands how this game goes. And Ross knows that he can't go bar for bar with Drake. So he's trying to do the same thing. He's trying to do the exact same thing that Drake is trying to do, except on a lower level.
Ross started it the moment that Drizzy dropped his shit, and Ross went on IG and posted a video of him just laughing. He started the IG shit, and then Drizzy posted something, and then Rose started going ahead and posting pictures of Drake's nose and calling him BBL Drizzy and calling him all this shit and blah 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 and saying, "Where's your yacht? Where's your this?" Yo, you know what's crazy? I didn't know that while Ross is here talking shit, apparently Drake's mansion and compound in Toronto is worth $100 million.
That's cool.
So here's Rose talking all his shit, saying, "Yo, post your house. My crib costs 40K, 40 mil. What's good with you? You can't even afford an 8 mil house, but his house is 100 mil."
That's cool. I don't really sit and like get into the who got more money shit. Who got more money is a conversation that you could have if that's what you want. But we not talking about the quality of your wallet. We not talking about how much money you got in your bank. This is a hip hop, like this is supposed to be about the bars. And that's the thing that I hate about this whole thing. This thing is getting so far away from rap that now niggas is talking about nose jobs and BBLs and Drake getting fake abs and like none of this stuff have anything to do with rap. This is supposed to be rap.
Listen,
this is
man.
a hip hop contest.
And unfortunately, this is the era that we're living in. And I guess that's why Kendrick is so silent, because he's not going to play into this, because Kendrick is about the music. But at the same time, as much as I love Kendrick, he needs to drop something at some point. Like now.
It's been 4 days.
Has it really?
It's been 4 days. It took Drake 3 weeks to drop.
So why we got to wait another 3 weeks for Kendrick?
Why is Kendrick in a rush? You tell me why Kendrick got a rush to put something out. I'm just waiting for him to destroy Drake's career at this point. If I'm Kendrick Lamar, I'm not rushing to put out nothing against a nigga that called himself a lesbian.
So let's talk about K-Dot for a second, right? K-Dot's gonna obviously come and he's gonna destroy Drizzy on his career. You think he goes ahead and he takes shots at Cole?
I would like to say that I hope that he won't, because in all of this, J. Cole is actually looking like the mature adult. J. Cole is the only one that looks like the mature adult. J. Cole saw what this was
my man cried on stage. He cried on fucking stage practically. It's like, oh, I can't sleep for days. This shit was eating at me, boy.
J. Cole saw where this shit was going and was like, I'm not playing kid games. I came here to rap with niggas. I'm not doing all that internet shit. So while y'all over there beefing and doing all that shit, I'm gonna be in North Carolina.
Listen, I just simply say that I'm waiting for Kendrick to drop, because I know he's just going to destroy everybody. Kendrick is going to take it to a point where I don't even think people are going to be able to respond to the shit that he's probably about to do. And I'm really just hopeful that he goes ahead and he just like puts the nail in the coffin and is just like, all right, I want to see what you got after that. Because we all know that once Kendrick drops, it's going to be hardcore rap and it's going to be bars and bars and bars. And everybody's going to have to sit down and listen to Kendrick's shit about 10, 15, 20 times to go ahead and dissect it just to get what he's referencing, because he's going to put his pen to his intellect and go ahead and just put some shit that's going to be on some crazy shit.
The thing is, there's not going to be a winner in this. And here's why. Drake and Kendrick, their styles are so different that their fan bases are completely different.
100%.
Drake's fan base is going to say that Drake won no matter what Kendrick puts out.
But when you look at K-Dot, right, you're looking at hardcore, like people that are into the art of rap, people that are into hip hop.
Drake can do more with his musical talent than anyone else in the history of hip hop. But he's not a rapper. Drake is a pop star.
And to prove that Drake is not a rapper, we had another leak happen in which it's being stated that Lil Yachty wrote and performed the entire Jumbotron shit.
Yeah. Even with that, I'm cool with Drake having writers. But what I'm not cool with is Drake getting writers on hip-hop shit and then trying to claim this best rapper, I'm number one shit. You can't say I'm the best rapper if you don't write your shit. And I'm not trying to knock Drake, because I'm sure that he also has a huge contribution to not just his music, but to everybody's music in this industry, because that's the wave that the industry is on. But real hip hop, historically, you write your own fucking bars.
And what pisses me off is that, all right, you have a reference track in the pop world, in the R&B world. There's always artists that have reference tracks because they are working with other artists. They're working with other people that create songs, like how The Dream wrote Umbrella for Rihanna, and how the reference track recently got leaked. But for Drake to sit here and re-record a reference track word for word, ad lib for ad lib, flow for flow, just, it's ridiculous. Because how are you calling
And
yourself a
having
rapper?
see, we looking at Drake like he's supposed to be Michael Jackson, and he's not. I know that's been the big comparison, but maybe Drake is not Mike. Maybe Drake is Quincy Jones, and there's nothing wrong with that. I can take these sounds, I can blend this music, I can put all of these things together, but you cannot sit here with extra writers in your room writing your bars and say you the best rapper in the
100%.
game. That's not how this works.
Yeah, it's
And
ridiculous.
Drake would know that that's
It's
not how
ridiculous.
this works if Drake was hip hop. If Drake had any sort of real connections to his black culture, then Drake would know that. But because Drake is the white boy that Rick Ross is calling him out to be, because Drake was born in Toronto with a Jewish mom sitting and making all that Degrassi money in a white neighborhood, and he didn't know nothing about no black culture until he was a grown-ass man and got around real niggas and got around Wayne and the people that pulled him out of Toronto, he didn't have a chance to really learn this shit. He don't know black shit. He don't know the culture. Hip-hop is our culture. That's our shit.
Yeah.
And he's an invited guest. We let him come in here, but he's not born from this. He's not bred from this.
No.
And he's showing that he don't belong. Because here he is playing social media games instead of getting to the fucking pen. Get to the pen.
100%. I mean, I agree 100%. And, you know, we just have to see where this shit's going to go at this point. Like you said, I'm getting tired of the fucking Instagram trolling and shit that they got going on, and just get to the freaking music. Like,
I'm
focus this shit on music. He is a R&B singer who
Drake is
raps
bigger
a couple
than
times.
Drake is bigger than any one genre. Drake is just music, and it's okay for him to be that. But you can't claim that you're the best rapper if you don't write your shit. I think that that's important. I think it's important to keep the culture intact, because the minute you start letting people come in, not writing their bars, you got AI writing your shit for you, and now what do we have? There's no culture. There is no hip hop anymore. And that's what we're leaning towards anyway. That's why this beef is so important, because this is kind of the last of a dying breed. This is really going to decide how it is that hip hop proceeds. Because if the AI shit and the everybody else writing your bars for you shit gets to come from here as the winner, hip hop is dead. If Kendrick with real bars writing his own shit walks out of here, what does that say for real hip hop purist? Like, we need that. We need that. I feel like hip hop needs that. Yeah. Hip hop needs Kendrick to take this win.
I would like to see the OGs in the game, like, go ahead and like jump in on this and like give their opinion situation.
The one person that I'm curious to hear from regarding just this situation is 3 Stacks, because he's kind of been in both lanes. 3 Stacks is a real lyricist. He's a writer. He rap his ass off, but he did also play a little bit of the industry games when Speakerbox Love Below came out. He knew that the sound was kind of transitioning into a different way, and it became like very mainstream popish. Hey ya, roses, like, and lyrically the content was still deep lyrical shit, but the sound of it was very, very pop.
You know that Andre 3000 came out and said that after he did his little flute album, that it kind of energized him to do music again and kind of bring him back into the game. And he said that listening to what's out, he feels like he should put something out and go ahead and start writing and put out that rap album that everybody's been waiting for from Andre.
A, that flute album was fire. That flute album was fire. I'm not gonna lie. And B, 3 Stacks, you don't owe us nothing, man. You could sit and you could just chill in your retirement. You ain't got to do nothing. if you put something out now, it's going to be judged in the lens of today's 20-year-old kids. And if you listen to them talk, you realize that they're not even worthy of judging your shit. Stay at home. Stay at home.
I don't think it's going to be the same it's not going to have the same impact that it would have a couple years ago.
Yo, going from one big three to another big three. The Golden State Warriors are out of here. Dunzo. What do they do? What's the move?
They're breaking it off. That's it. I honestly feel so. I think that that's it. Like, their big three era is done. The Draymond era, the Curry era, the Thompson era, that's done for. Draymond said that he was considering retirement before the season and was talked to come back in. I think that he probably has one more season left in the tank, and then he's going to look at retirement. I honestly think that as much as Golden State loves Klay, he's probably gone this offseason too. They are not doing away with Curry. Curry's their franchise player, but I think that they're going to break up that big three.
I think Draymond was considering retirement, though, just because he don't have a love for the game no more. It's just the game is fucking soft now. I mean, Draymond do be wilding, knocking his and kicking dudes in the nuts and stuff like that, but Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in his face during practice, and everybody said, oh, look at that competitive fire. Michael Jordan's competitive nature. He just wants to win.
Overly aggressive, over the top, ridiculous.
He fits into that mold. You got to understand, Draymond is what, 6'6"? 6'7"? Draymond is 6'7" and a power forward. So understand the mindset that you have to go into these games with, knowing that you're going to be undersized. If you Draymond, you got to go into games like that. And most of his peers, most of the people who have also had to go into games like that, Marcus Smart, Dennis Rodman, like you, Meta World Peace, like another big one, Ben Wallace.
Oh man, he was one of my favorite players.
But see, he's one of your favorite players. Ben Wallace had the same exact attitude. Let's not forget how Malice in the Palace started.
Hold on. There's a difference here, right? You look at Golden State, and Golden State is a bunch of soft vaginas of a team. That's all that they are, right? They're soft as shit, and Draymond is the hardest one there, right? But then you look at the Detroit Pistons during that Ben Wallace era, and that team was a powerhouse. Not only were they good at playing ball, but they were aggressive. You're talking about Rip Hamilton was aggressive on the court. Rasheed Wallace, was aggressive on the floor. Ben Wallace was aggressive on the floor. Chauncey Billups was an aggressive fucking point guard, which we didn't have. And Chauncey was an aggressive fucking point guard. And that's why that team was so fucking good.
And whose lead did they follow? Ben Wallace. And why?
Because he was the monster.
Because he was the bully. He's the leader. Yeah. They got to rally behind that. The Golden State Warriors do not have 4 championships if it's not for Draymond Green. Kevin Durant is soft. Steph Curry is soft. Klay Thompson is soft. And I don't mean soft in a sense like they ball out. I have a lot of respect for their skill and for their talent. What I mean by soft, I don't mean it to be disrespectful to them, but what I mean by soft is they're nice guys. They don't like to do a lot of the yelling at the referee. They don't like to do a lot of yelling at the other players on the other team. They don't like to do a lot of yelling at each other. They're very laid back. They're very calm. They're very cool. So if we're not getting the calls that we're supposed to get, and Steve Kerr is over there chilling, and Steph is over here, he mad, but he being nice about it because he likes to be the nice guy, who else is supposed to go check the referee? If not Draymond. Okay. A lot of these texts are not Draymond's texts. I'm taking these texts for the team because nobody else is going to say anything.
Yeah, I guess.
Draymond is painted into this position because he's the only tough guy on the team. Okay. But there's been situations in history. You get Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley gave his heart and soul to the Knicks for those years that he was here because you need that tough guy that's going to be on the team. I'm fighting for us. The Warriors do not have 4 titles without Draymond. They need him to be punching Jordan Poole in the face. Jordan Poole getting cocky, trying to hit step backs from half court, and you're not Steph.
Let's see, man. Let's see what happens. I really honestly think that, the team gets broken up.
I want to see them keep it together. I want to see them retire together. I don't want to see them ever play for another team, another jersey. I think the Spurs kind of fucked it up by letting Tony Parker go to the Hornets for those 2 years, because it would have been beautiful. They all ride out together.
I mean, that would be a Cinderella story, but
yeah, we've been here, we've played here for 20 years together. We ride out together. If we don't all retire at once, we all retire around the same time, and we walk away, the way we came in. Imagine how weird it would have looked if the Yankees would have let Derek Jeter go somewhere, or would have traded Mariano, or traded Posada somewhere. Like, you're not going to win every season, but you don't want to look back on these memories and see Klay Thompson in a Sacramento Kings jersey.
Which I wouldn't see him in Sacramento. I wouldn't see him stay on the West Coast. I think I would see him in more like a Chicago or a team of that caliber that there's a market and he'll still be like the star player on that team. But I mean, you're right. Like, even when Jeter retired, like the core four were standing there waiting for him at home plate, waiting for him to come home. Like, and that's just, those are moments that you don't get. And yet they all retired as Yankees. They only were Yankees. And it's just like, to have, the core four of Pettit, Posada, and Mariano waiting for their captain to come to home and touch home plate was just a beautiful moment, man. And that's a moment that gives you chills to this day watching. Yeah. Switching topics for a second. The NBA playoffs are coming. I know you've always been a Lakers fan.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about these Lakers versus Denver Nuggets? How do you feel about this series and this matchup?
So I just want to put this out there. I was a Lakers fan until they sold their soul to go get LeBron. Since LeBron has been a Laker, I am only going to root for the hometown Knicks. I don't have any other teams that I'm a root for. I want the Knicks to win every championship from now until the day I die. Unless LeBron leave, and then I can go back to being a Lakers fan again. Anthony Edwards said that he's the best player in the league.
Yeah, okay. That doesn't need much entertainment. We can move on.
I just think it's interesting. I think that, as a player, you have to say that. You
100%.
You have to have the mentality that nobody is better than you. But don't J. Cole yourself. Don't run around talking this best player in the league shit, and then when the playoffs start, you flame out and go home. Don't do that. Anthony Edwards better play it safe. He better play it safe, because he's gonna have to see Jokic in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to see Jokic. He's gonna run into Luka. The West is tough.
Yeah, it's a tough team.
You got KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal first round. Don't talk that best player in the West shit or best player in the league shit, and then go home first round. The Target Center about to be the Greenville Fest. Anthony Edwards going to get sent home.
I just want to say I've lost sleep over the last few days.
With Rudy Gobert spreading COVID in the background. That's funny. So yeah, Blake Griffin retired.
Lana Rhodes, baby daddy.
Yes, sir. I know we had this conversation before about whether Blake Griffin is a Hall of Famer, but confirm for me your thoughts on this again. Blake Griffin, future Hall of Famer?
Anymore. I don't think so. He wasn't consistent throughout his career with what he was as a player. And it all started after he left the Clippers. Like, after he left the Clippers, his career started going downward. And his production started going downward. So do I think he's a Hall of Famer? No, I don't. And I don't remember what I said back then. I was probably high out my fucking mind if I said he was. But I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he is just another player that had a very illustrious beginning, and his career was semi-decent. And
yeah, I think that Blake Griffin was a very good basketball player. I don't think Blake Griffin is a Hall of Famer. I definitely see Hall of Fame before Amari Stoudemire, or Stephon Marbury. We've talked about that before. But Blake Griffin The one thing that I can say about him, he was a great number 2 to that LA Clippers team, but he's never had to lead a squad. He's had no playoff success. He's never been the number 1 option on a winning team. When he was a number 1 option, the Clippers were ass. When he was a number 1 option in Detroit, Detroit was ass. So
yeah, and then he went to Brooklyn and was on the bench.
He was in Brooklyn. He played for the Celtics last season, but barely saw any minutes. Like, whenever he's been the number 1 option, they've been ass. And I just don't think that the Hall of Fame should have spots reserved for the number 2 option on a good team. If you were the number 2 option on a championship team, then possibly. If you were the number 3 option or the number 4 option on a dynasty team, then possibly. But the number 2 option on a team that always got eliminated in the second round of the playoffs, I'm sorry, sir. We don't have any tables available. So, but shout out to Blake Griffin. I remember you jumped over that Kia, and I will always remember it. I always thought that dunk was real overrated, but he went crazy with the dunk on Kendrick Perkins. And as a Laker fan, it still hurts me to my core to watch those videos of those back-to-back dunks that he threw on Pau Gasol. That really just, he made Pau Gasol look like he was not even standing there, right over him. So, shout out to Blake Griffin. Rank these 3 players: Blake Griffin, Pau Gasol, Amari Stoudemire.
I'm going Paul, Amari, Griffin.
Tim Duncan, KG, Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh. Ooh. KG was always my favorite fucking player, bro. Always. But then you look at Nowitzki and what he was able to do as a fucking tall ass player and that smooth ass shot that he had. But then you look at Duncan, and Duncan was another dominating force in the paint. So it's a hard thing to look at and compare, because it would be like really neck and neck. But if you have to put them in a category of 3, I'd probably put Duncan at 3. I'd probably put Dirk at 2 and KG at 1, because KG was more aggressive than all 3 of them, than all 2 of them, the other 2.
Wow. So you think KG is the best power forward of all time?
In personal opinion, yeah. For me, because I was always a KG fan. I loved KG when he was on the Timberwolves. Like, I was always a KG fan. KG was always my guy. Like, I loved KG. And then when he went to Boston and was with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, like, I loved KG. I always loved KG. Always. And KG was just aggressive, and KG just, his basketball IQ was ridiculous.
That's sports. Let's move on from sports. Did you happen to catch that Kai Cenat, social media extraordinaire, he got snitched on?
$5K.
If somebody is paying you for some box, a social media personality or some sort of celebrity or a socialite, whatever you would classify Kai Cenat as, you're supposed to hold that down.
And she's getting sued. He's suing her for $100K. She broke the NDA.
Good. And she should lose. I hope he take her parents' house. Make her parents go live in the airport. I hope she's working at Wendy's next week.
That's fucked up, but okay.
But you violating the rules of how this game works. These young girls don't know nothing, bro. They don't know how the rules go. They don't respect them. And none of them got no moves. They don't even know how to fuck. All that pillow princess shit. They just want to lay there. They just want to lay there and look stupid and watch the ceiling fan go in circles. But have you ever paid for box?
You look at the question, right? And it's like, you think about it. Anytime you ever piped and you had to rent a room, you did technically pay for it.
Jesus, I hate this philosophy shit you be doing.
It's the truth, though. All right, granted, you didn't go ahead and you didn't be like, yo, babe, like, yo, let me get some. Here's $100. Like, here's $200. Like, and then you had to take her out to eat after because you didn't want her to feel like she was used and abused. So you had to go to like get something to eat real quick, and ended up spending like 100, 150 altogether. So you still paid. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I think that's the situation. Now, let's say your favorite porn star goes ahead and she's like, "Oh, we could collaborate, but you got to pay a couple dollars. You got to pay a couple grand." Then, hell, fuck yeah, man, definitely. You telling me Autumn Falls tells me for $2K I can have that, bro?
I like Riley Reid and Leanna Lovings. That's a. Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course you do.
I like Honey Gold too.
Oh, Honey Gold is not bad.
Oh
Honey
yeah.
Gold is not bad.
And she eat ass.
Kira Kazuma, because she asked. That shit'll be the hardest fucking ejaculation you will ever have, and the most intense ejaculation you will ever have. Yo, you will become the, what is it, the Greystone Geisler?
Fucking nut through the ceiling and have to pay the landlord.
Yellow stuff. Yo, just
Oh, that's fucking nasty. That's disgusting.
fucking start shaking like the dude from Home Alone when he got electrocuted for opening the door.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yo,
Before we leave the topic, they say it ain't tricking if you got it. Did they in fact lie?
I don't think so.
You be tricking though. You be tricking. I can tell you got trick eyes. I can tell you. Yeah, baby, you can fly
Moving
up
on.
this. Don't worry, baby. I got that ticket from Houston for you.
Listen, I digress. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten to our 2-minute warning, aka the last 2 minutes of our podcast, where we just talk shit and rant about random shit that has nothing to do with anything that we've discussed or anything that has happened this week. It is our 2-minute warning. So CJ, go ahead, kick off your 2 minutes. So you want me to do it? I'll let you go.
So I got two, so I'm gonna make them quick. First things first, I just want to give a quick little shout out to Selena. Her birthday was a couple of days ago. Just shout out to Selena. Gone too soon. She was taken from us. Fuck that lady that killed her. The other, my 2-minute warning is just I had a weird memory the other day, and it's just been burning a hole in my mind. The one thing that I hate.
Here we go.
You know what I hate? I really, really hate when you go to a party. I absolutely hate when you are at a party and some random dancing light-skinned nigga comes and pops up in the party and start popping and locking and trying to take all the hoes. Nigga, if you don't go and sit your ass down, you're sitting here, you're drinking a Four Loko or one of those cheap little Mike's Harder strawberry lemonades.
Hey, I fucks with those. Don't come from Mike's Hard Lemonade. Those shits are beautiful in the summer when it's fucking 98 degrees outside and you got yourself a nice ice cold Mike's Hard Lemonade. Don't talk your shit.
You shouldn't be drinking no Mike's Hard Lemonade in a house party full of niggas. That should not be happening. We are grown adults. Nigga, you better go and grab you a Bacardi or get some Hennessy. A, why are you drinking anything with Mike's Hard anything in the name of it?
Actually, it's something that me and my mother bond over because we actually enjoy drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade in the summer together.
Nah, that was crazy. My 2-minute warning is over. You can have a Mike.
Nah, it's only nasty if you ask at Ma, how'd that feel? Hey, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy. Is that hard enough for you, Mom? That's crazy.
Is Mike hard enough? I think he has a Mike's harder.
Yo, there's a Mike's harder. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Like you see how they be trying to get us. I feel the same way about Mike's Hard Lemonade that I feel about Papa John's. I am not calling this nigga Papa. This nigga is Jonathan. You want pizza? Go to Jonathan.
He said, call me daddy because my sauce is untouched.
You are the nastiest nigga in the world,
said,
man, and your mama Mike's Hard for her to get her drink on.
Listen. But listen, for my 2-minute warning, like, I'll keep it real simple, bro. Don't touch another man's girl. Don't be on some Drake shit. Don't be disrespectful to a
God
dude
damn.
that's obviously right in front of you or that you know is very much present. Don't go ahead and start playing no joking and touching shit because you will get your shit rocked.
I don't know, man. She might be sitting there at that little desk, and I might sit in the cubicle next to her. She might be looking good. I might have to put my tongue in her ear. Listen. I'm just saying. There's general create some boundaries, ladies. Y'all like attention a little too much sometimes, and y'all enjoy it. Yo, funny story, right? And I sent you the video. What do you feel about this video? So this guy, to give everybody some context, goes ahead and describes what it's like in regards to why is it okay for a man to cheat versus a woman, and he uses a cup of water as an example. So he goes ahead and says if 20 women were to come out here and touch the cup, I could wash off the cup and still drink what's inside. But if 20 dudes come in here and they just stick their hand in the cup, the water becomes dirty. I don't want it no more. I would love to hear what the female retort to that would be. So, ladies,
it's gonna be something about a mozzarella stick dipping into marinara sauce or some shit. It's gonna be like, if you take this cheese stick and you dip it in the sauce and you take a bite, you're like, I don't want it no more. If you double dip in the sauce, that's it. It's done.
when I see her smell marinara sauce, my mozzarella stick ain't coming out.
Hey, no. Sorry, red light. Have you ever been with a girl while she was on her period?
Yeah. I mean, see, my thing is, like, I don't really like having sex with girls when they on their period. I'll wait the 5 days. Sorry, ladies. Man. Ladies, the smell of blood just bothers me. Like, it's like the smell of, I can think where it's like I smell blood and I seen dead bodies, and so it's like I think back to dead bodies, and it's real hard to fuck when you're thinking about dead bodies. Like,
and then it fucks you up because then she'd be like, "Why you not finishing? What, you don't like it no more? There's something wrong with this box. Oh, you got some other box and that made you come, so now you don't like this box no more."
and then she thinking there's something wrong with her, and I'm like, nah, baby, I'm just not a shark. Like, I don't.
Nah. Past traumas. I ain't Dracula. What you think this is? I'm out here sucking blood. Did you know? I learned this at my job, which is crazy shit. I didn't know that sperm cells are all different shapes. There are different shapes to sperm cells. They are not all an oval egg looking thing with a tail. There are different shapes to sperm.
I'm gonna go check that sock I left in the bottom of my hamper and see if I can find something, something specific.
I don't know where my little hand towel that I used to have in my pillow went.
Keeping it in your pillow is really nasty work. I'm not gonna lie.
Why? Quick access under your pillow, bro. When at night you just go like this under your head, pull it out, and that's it. You don't gotta go digging through a drawer. What makes you think you want to move when you're in the moment?
Do you put it back under the pillow when you're done?
You fold it up and you put it back, and it'll dry nice and hard.
Oh, that's sick and crazy.
Then you have yourself a nice little Mike's Hard Lemonade after.
Mike's Hard, Papa John's, and a jizz rag. This just took a really disgusting turn.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the CJ show. Thank y'all for checking in and tuning in with us. We will catch y'all next episode. Mike's Hard Lemonade, hit us up.